before I get into what we have a slide. There we go. So yeah, I just want to talk briefly about where what we've accomplished this year, what we're working on now, what we're going to be doing in the future. Very quickly, got some announcements on events. So the European Championship for 2026 is confirmed to be in Vilnius, Lithuania. That will be September 18th through 20th. You can actually buy tickets now. It's at ec2026vtes.com. You'll see cards on the table advertising the event as well. The Power Base Vilnius card includes a dark pack card, not an official card, but as you sit down at your tables, feel free to grab one of those. The Grand Prix season of 2025-2026 starts in November in Lisbon, Portugal, November 29th. February or March of 2026 will be in Florence or Bologna, Italy. Is it yet to be confirmed date for Vienna? April 18th, 2026, it'll be in Zagreb, Croatia. May, June, there'll be one in France. July 2nd, 2026 will be in Helsinki, Finland. And then concluding the Grand Prix season will be in Vilnius at the EC weekend, September 19th. So yeah, stuff that happened in 2025. In February, we launched the all-new clan, the Hecata, in a pre-constructed deck. Also expanding on the new Oblivion discipline. For those of you unaware, but usually are already, the Hecata are all the necromancy using clans merged into one clan. They had a big family reunion event after the cataclysms of the Second Inquisition in Gehenna and merged themselves into one clan. Also, again, expanding on the Oblivion discipline, which in the V5 canon is sort of a merging of Tenebration and necromancy. And then, like, mythologically merging the Shadowlands and the Abyss, so it's all kind of molded into one now. Then in April, we had the Hecata and the Sombra New Blood decks, so helping to fill out the crypt demographics for those, and also adding more cards to the Oblivion discipline. And then in June, we sort of released the Sabbat. We had a pre-release event for that at the North American Championships, and a big radical change of the Sabbat, not being clan focused anymore, but now being path focused. So Path of Cain, Path of Cathari, Path of Death in the Soul, and Path of Power in the Inner Voice, with cards supporting all four of those paths. Then in October, well, it hasn't happened yet, but next week or so, for realsies, we're releasing the Sabbat officially to all of you. I think some of you may even have it now because some stuff, the shipping has been uneven. But is it? All right. Shows you what I know. All right, next slide. More stuff that happened in 2025. Just more print-on-demand releases, trying to stay on pace with getting legacy reprints available. So we did Temporis and Shabruja. I believe that was that just on Keypod or that was for everybody. Then also in March was Lost Keepers of Tradition 1 and 2, Anthology 1, and a 25th anniversary set on GamePod, the Spanish European print-on-demand company. And then after that, we put the reprints on hold because we needed Vincent to be working on the brand new Archon system. Vincent and Lionel, and I think maybe one or two other people have been helping out with that. So eventually we'll be moving off of the Archon spreadsheet and onto a more like online version of the Archon. Next up. So coming up for 2026, the Ravnos, Salubri, and Simis New Blood decks will be in January. For realsies, no full line, we mean it. Pinky swear, we're going to have those guys in January. So why was there a delay with these when we finished designing them over a year ago? So we have a whole bunch of stuff ready to go once. We had the Hikata Recon, which went through a 4th round of playtest, so it got pushed back. Then the New Blood development for Ravnos, Salubrian, Simis, and Lasombra Hikata was going on at the same time, so all of those were ready to go. And the Sabat was coming in hot from behind. So made a decision to, so our storage space at our Doom Fortress at BCP is limited, and we couldn't print all of it at once because we just didn't have this, there was nowhere to put it. So we figured get the Hikata out, then get the Lasombra and New Blood decks out, because our thinking was people wanted the Oblivion stuff more than everything else. Like get that discipline fully fleshed out in the hands of the players before we continue on with other stuff. Also, only 2 New Blood decks. We figured that would go through the in and out of the storage unit fast enough. It didn't. And at the same time, there's another weird thing. Like, all this stuff, you think like there's these weird conspiracies. Like, why aren't we doing this? Like, it's dumb stuff. Like, the storage unit got filled up with shipping pallets. We have to recycle. Like, it's. At any rate. Yeah, the Doom Fortress kept getting full. Also, the print windows for Carbon Monday get weird. We have to hurry up and send them the files, but when they print, could be like within a 3-month window, and we usually get pushed all the way to the back of the window. So delays happen there as well. It's not Carbon Monday's fault, it's just the way they do things. So, at any rate, those are all the dumb reasons. We promised it'll be out in January for all of you. Go. Pre-releases for sneak previews for that coming up really, really soon. There we go. Endless Reaction card, Dogged Pursuit for the Ravnos. We got a combat card there for Salubri. Yeah, it's a combat card for Auspex, and it's meant to represent Valarin. And then the Vajna Shechin, a brand new Warpool from Poland. So, get your cameras and take pictures and stuff. I'll give you a few minutes or a minute to get some pictures. For all of you people streaming, like, screenshot this, please. And rumor is that that's not the only Vaj in the set. You good? All right, next up. Also coming up in 2026, the latest stuff for print on demand. With the Sabat coming out, like this, apparently it is available here. With the Sabat being out, we also wanted to get the reprints of the Sabat, all the old legacy reprints out there as well, because you're going to be wanting all those old vampires. So, starting in January, Malkavian Indie Tribu and Demontation on both Drive-Thru and GamePod. And then following that will be Bruja Indie Tribu, Ganger Indie Tribu, Nosferatu Indie Tribu, Turdera Indie Tribu, Adventure Indie Tribu in the following months. I don't have an exact schedule for that. We'll just do each one in turn and get those up. Then we'll do the Sabat Bloodlines, like Blood Brothers and what have you, Harbingers and so on. I believe the Aramanes and maybe some others. The Lasombra Simis and Tremere are already available on POD, so you can already get those. Next up. More in 2026, April or May is we're targeting for Brazil by Night and Shadows of New York. Your 2 fixed content, 54 card bundles, much like Fall of London. Roughly 19 to 20 new crypt cards, roughly 13 new library cards in each. Spoilers of artwork. We've got Ashley Sturbridge, Julia Sawinski, and Gianni to something or other. That's the official name. In terms of like what to expect in content, really just a bunch of stuff. There's no like clan theme, there's no sex theme, it's just a little of this, a little of that for everybody. In particular, the Brazil set is also meant to honor several of the Brazilian players who passed away during COVID. We lost about like 5 or 7 of them or so. So looking to honor them with getting their portraits on cards. Next up, more new stuff, 2026. So Q3, so roughly August or September, we're going to do a 2-player 2-pack. So some of you may have seen that we've been testing a 2-player format for VTES, meant to be like a way to demo the game, show off the game at conventions, show off the game at game stores, sort of like a more advanced way of doing New Blood. It's also a lower cost entry point to play the game as well. So if you're at a game convention or at a store, you can either buy the expensive 5-player set, or you can buy a lower cost 2-player set to try the game out with a friend. It'll be Camarilla themed because we're looking to do more for the Camarilla following the Sabbat. We're testing Nosferatu Adventure right now, but we'll see how things go in testing as to what the final plans will be. Q4 2026, like probably about this time, maybe November next year, Sabbat New Blood, so New Blood decks for all the 4 Sabbat paths. And yes, there'll be some Gang of Ravnus and Celebrity in the mix because we didn't do those in the starting batch of Sabbat decks. Next up. Oh yeah, there's all this stuff that we were promising we haven't gotten around to, and kind of got to do it. Brand new anthology set, planned for 2026. Don't have a release date yet, but we'll get legacy reprints and some fun stuff in there. Gorgo, the artwork for that is there. That is the replacement for Baba Yaga. We can't publish Baba Yaga in the existing form because White Wolf hasn't yet decided what they want to do with their Russian mythos. So they want to have us hold off on doing anything in the higher level lore for Russia. We could do obviously the Baron of Moscow and so on, but for the overarching canon type stuff like Baba Yaga, they want us to stay away from that. So we compromised and went with Gorgo. I think it's one of the Greek demons or something. And then the Lasombra Hecata Oblivion Converter cards. I had promised those when we were doing the Lasombra and Hecata precons as a way, especially for the Giovanni, Zombie, Harbingers, and so on, being able to play the newer cards. The ideas we had actually failed in playtest, amusingly because of the Sabbat. So we had an idea of doing for the Sabbat, we had an idea for Path Priests, much like an Anarch but for Sabbat. That failed in playtest because you ended up with this really goofy situation where your crypt just becomes only converts and path priests as crypt fixing to get to the 4 cards you actually want to play. So aesthetically it was horrible. And then having yet another, even more of those was just going to make it even worse. So we scrapped that. We went with the rule of just allowing you to choose your path. None of that has anything to do with the Hotline Oblivion, of course, but just interfered with the idea of having that kind of a converter card. So going back to the drawing board on those, not having forgotten about it, definitely want to get it done. Should be in 2026. Next up, 2027 and beyond. So once we're done with the New Blood for the Sabbat, we'll be done with pretty much everything foundational for the game, like all the clans, all the paths, minus the Thin Bloods were icky, but yeah, so they'll all have precons, they'll all have New Blood decks, so then we have to figure out so what's next. And generally looking at all the clans, identifying deck archetypes that could use some help, like Venture Stick Men or Nosferatu Royalty or whatever archetypes that you guys used to love but aren't really working so well today. So you can find ways to help them out and do New Blood stuff decks or supplement packs to give them more options, more viable options. Generally improving the Camarilla set cards. Anarchs and Sabbat feel special, they have these really cool set cards. The Camarilla, they have the traditions, but there's really only a couple of them that you play, otherwise not a whole lot special. The Camarilla feel vanilla, and we want to give them more of a stronger identity. And then similarly with Blood Sorcery, when you wanted to make it, lack of a better term, make it feel more magical, feel more like ceremony magic and stuff that more than just another discipline. It should be have a stronger theme than what it currently has. The Thin Bloods are another potential design path that we have. We haven't really solve some of the design challenges that are involved with them, but so they're on the back burner until we find the right ideas, but eventually we do want to get to those. Next up. This is the sad stuff, what we're not going to be doing. So no live on, largely shelved by White Wolf. We have to take their lead on that. We can't do live on unless they do live on, and they're not doing live on. So maybe in some years down the road, they may circle back to that, but for the time being, it's not happening. Similarly with the bloodlines, you'll occasionally see stuff like the Sandi are part of the Hecata, the Daughters of Cacophony are in the V5 Player's Guide, and they made it deliberately vague as to whether they're a Tortor bloodline or a Caveman bloodline or a Ventry bloodline, and VTES doesn't like things that are vague, so really can't do them either. And then Araman's off the table, Gargoyle's off the table, Chaos off the table, not until, again, White Wolf develops those first. The Bali were reintroduced in the brand new Tattered Facade book, but you can take the old clan book, so the Bali clan book, just throw it out the window. It's a totally different kind of Bali now, and they're not even vampires. They have a lot of vampiric characteristics, but they're really whites, and they have to be developed as allies, and I don't want, well, we already have the EV, but I don't want more allies going to Torpor. Forsaken Paths, like Path of the Beast, Path of Honor, the Court, Path of Lilith, which are mentioned in this book. So I was really hoping to do those, but that was nixed by White Wolf, so got some other stuff. And then 6th edition Vampire, there is no 6th edition Vampire. I'm only mentioning it because you do get asked with the rebranding and restructuring of White Wolf with a rebranded creative director. Also, when you look at, it's been 8 years since V5 was published, you do get questions of, are we seeing a 6th edition coming out? I've had no communication whatsoever from White Wolf about this. It's not even rumored at this point, but I do get asked, and unless we ever see something from V6, we're not doing V6. So, well, when no more indeed either, we're not doing those. And then beyond 2027, stuff that we're, 2027 and beyond, things that we're thinking about. So again, like new Camarilla theme decks to help give them more of an identity. Blood Sorcery theme decks to help, again, strengthen the identity of Blood Sorcery. So like possibly a deck for House Tremere, one for House Karna, plus House Ipsissimus, which are the Anarch Tremere. Vampiric cult themes, if you've ever seen the Cults of Blood Gods book, there's all these different vampiric cults that could be a source of ideas for us. Bahari cult deck would be a whole lot of fun. I've already got some ideas on that one. More storyline sets like London, New York, and Brazil. Might do Bloodlines 2 and other tie-ins. I don't have any information on Bloodlines 2 at the moment. I haven't even. Did it get released? Yeah. All right. So eventually I'll play Bloodlines 2, see if it's suitable for VTES, and also work with White Wolf to see if that's something that they'd like to see us do. I don't know yet. You guys know as much as I do, really. Next up. But yeah, all the thank you stuff. So yeah, thank you to Jesper, Lucas, everybody else involved in the EC this year, also to LSJ and Pascal for helping out with judging. Many thanks to all of you for putting this all together for us. Thanks to all the artists as well. This game doesn't exist without the artists. This game doesn't feel real without the artists. So many thanks to all of you for that. Again, yeah. As always, I owe a huge debt of thanks to our playtesters who put in a whole lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of commentary and feedback. It's incredibly valuable. And the coordinators as well. We're eventually going to get up a website page, like just naming all the playtesters and honoring you for the work that you've done with that. And then lastly, thanks to all the players. It's always great seeing everybody every year, both here at the NAC or South American Championships or Australian and all over the world. Game's been growing again. Like their numbers keep getting bigger and bigger, and player communities are stronger and stronger. I'm always blown away by all the YouTube channels. gazillion YouTube channels about this game and constant questions about, can we stream this, can we stream that? And so yeah, it's really fun to see not just like people playing the game, but also thinking about the game and talking about the game outside of the game. And it's been a whole lot of fun, so thanks to all of you as well. So, I guess coming up is Pascal. Pascal has a few words to say.